Because you're not a mind reader, right? You can only predict 1,000 possibilities, but which one will be the right one? God knows. Control freak people are the most loneliest people you'll ever meet in your life. And what control freak people are? Not controlling other people's life. That is a total different pain in the ass. By control freak, I mean constantly trying to analyze other people's actions, trying to predict what their moves would be in near future so you don't get caught off guard. Imagine sending someone any text or literally anything, and before sending that message you try to predict 1,000 possibilities of how they will react to it, and to that reaction, will I be able to react back? Will I have something to say back, or will I be caught off guard? Will I be surprised, disappointed, or feeling any kind of emotion which I'm not prepared for? That is the exact kind of fear of unpredictability, unexpectancy, which control freak try to avoid the most. And what happens? Your brain is working overtime because what you're doing is constantly trying to analyze other people's moves, trying to predict 1,000 possibilities in your head. What happens? Your brain gets exhausted. Your mental health is like exhausted, tired, and then what you crave? Isolation, solitude. You think you like solitude because you're a lone wolf or something like that. But some of you are actually afraid of unexpectancy or getting caught off guard. That is for some people. I'm not saying for everyone, I'm saying for control freak people. And this is also linked to hyper-independency. I think that almost every control freak you will know, they all are hyper-independent. Why so? Because, well, they're already struggling with trusting other people because of uncertainty and fear of getting caught off guard, that they end up relying only and only on themselves, and they become hyper dependent, that they just trust themselves. And apparently, if you see from the logic of control freak people, their room seems more predictable than people who are inherently unpredictable, uncertain. They try to save themselves from uncertain situations because God knows what the other person might be saving for you, and you don't really want those unexpected emotions coming out. It could be hurt, shock, surprise, and everything. And it might sound a bit ridiculous to you, but yeah, this is one of the biggest fears control freaks have, losing control of their life. And how they regain that control? By isolating themselves, because, well, isolation is one of the best way to control your life, having a sense of control, because when your life is still, when there are no people around you to create uncertainty, you have full control over your life. You have full control over your phone, your room, your body, and everything, your time. But when you're with people, that is one thing you lack. And that's why most people who are control freak end up isolated, end up on their own, end up hyper independent. But of course, they are humans too, right? Control freak people are humans too. Even if they prefer solitude, doesn't mean that they do not want relationships, connections, friendships, love. They crave that too. It's just that they're scared of uncertainty. Okay? So yeah, preferring solitude, isolation doesn't mean that they do not want connections. It's just that they're really scared of uncertainty, and that's completely. You're not broken. It's just a skill you do not have of representing yourself to uncertainties. And we're gonna discuss about that, okay? So there is one delusion every control freak person is in, and I can guarantee you are too. When I find the right person, I won't be feeling this way. When I find the person who matches my frequency, I won't be this nerve wracked. These are just not my people. They're making me feel this way because we're not compatible. You're just deluded. Literally, I'm telling you. Because every control freak person thinks this way. Until you learn this hard way that there are right people present in front of you. It's just that you don't have the guts, you don't have the skill to present yourself to uncertainty, to face fears, hurt, unexpectancy, and feelings like getting caught off guard. Sorry, this is the hardest word I. Now, of course, before getting to how you can trust people more, of course, I will not be saying that be reckless, just trust people anyway, blindly. Of course, not even a sane person would do that, blindly trusting anyone. But the thing you need to understand is very simple. Stop controlling. Like, saying this to a control freak person, I'm saying drop that control obsession on things which you already know cannot be controlled. Like, some people ghost. They just ghost. If they want to leave, they will leave. You cannot do anything. You cannot do about anything. So even if you were nice all this time, even if you were predicting 1,000 possibilities, you cannot stop them from leaving. And that is it. So once you understand this thing, that no matter how much overthink you do, no much how much meals you skip, no much no matter what you do, some things are out of your control. And once you learn that, you stop controlling. My hairs are not hairing today. Now listen to me this once, and this is serious, okay? Give time. Give time to connections, give time to people, friendships, and everything. Let people reveal themselves. And this is like very deep thing, okay? Because no amount of overthinking, no amount of trying to calculate possibilities will reveal to you whether a person is a ghoster, a cheater, a liar, anything, right? Because you're not a mind reader, right? You can only predict 1,000 possibilities, but which one will be the right one, God knows. My motto has always been like, accept disappointment and you'll never be disappointed. And only now I'm understanding from where this comes from, right? So the best is that sometimes take risk a little, okay? Getting sometimes hurt is not that bad, but keeping yourself away and isolated and away from all the opportunities you might be getting from socializing, that is way more worse than getting hurt sometimes. Yeah, this is one thing, right? So yeah, give time to connections, give time to people, and let them reveal themselves. Do not invest so much of your time into people, into connections, into bonds, because no amount of time, energy, overthinking will actually reveal them faster to you. You might just be more cautious, but that would only give you mental stress, right? Save yourself from that. I know it's very easy to say. I've been working on myself. You can work on yourself. We can work together on that, right? This page is totally about every kind of growth, and that includes mental growth, which is this topic was about. Bye.